I didn't and still don't remember my parents. My biological parents. I did have adoptive parents. They took me in at a young age, but they always knew something was off about me. I started to notice how differently they treated me. Mostly they'd call me a monster. A monster was a phrase I heard often. Soon they just had enough and left. No trace of them was left. I waited 5 years hoping that they'd come back, but they never did. I got so angry during those years. With no way to deal with it, I started destroying a nearby village. I didn't care about their screams for me to stop. Until a young kid walked up to me. He didn't scream at me to stop. He told me a joke.
Why can I hit orphans? The hell they gonna do? Cry to their parents?
After those last words left his mouth, I burst into laughter, not worrying about anything else. In that moment, it felt like peace. True peace for once in my life, but like any story you may or may not have read or heard, it didn't last long. Linx left the village to become a man, or something along those lines. He waved at me, calling me a bitch, while he himself was crying.
Hey Silas, you are my best friend, you crazy son of a bitch.
But just like that, Linx was gone, never to be seen again. Or so I thought. Now don't worry, my story isn't actually finished just yet. I left the village and wanted to find my only friend. But of course, everything in my life, he was nowhere. As my loneliness grew, I stumbled upon this older man called Juno. What a nice older man. He was this crude old man but cared for me like his own grandchild.
That's my boy. Damn, you're strong. Always would love ya.
His laughter, his cries and his warm hugs. He used to give me every night before I slept, made me feel like I was home again. After 20 swift years, I came home after chopping firewood. He was there, just lying there, cold and still. My old man died that day, of old age I'm guessing. He was a good man, not like any other person you'd meet. He treated me like his own flesh and blood. And at that moment, I just cried. Days without any rest, just grief. After the tears stopped, I fell into my rampage once again. Not knowing anything, not knowing who I am, what I am, and what I was doing, I destroyed so many homes. So many people's lives, and I didn't even know I was doing it. Nor did I care. My sorrow blocked any other emotion from affecting me. Guilt slowly triumphed. I stopped my blood-covering rampage and found an empty cave to hide in. It was cold and quiet, and away from everything else. I sat in that cave, lost in thought, and overfilled with emotions. Soon someone found me. A warrior. He stood tall but didn't say much. He held a strange crystal in his right hand and a clenched fist with the other. Then the crystal engorged the scenery with a bright green light, forcing anything in the area to be pushed to their knees. Within that same moment, the crystal was jammed into my neck by the warrior, who finally let out a word.
Die!
Hello, my beloved. I will protect you. Do not fear. My name is Nama. My beloved, I need to tell you my story. I was just a stone used by others. A religious group seeks power. Days, weeks, months, years of them praying for power to dispel the demons who ran rampant upon this world thousands of years ago. Many of them died from this power, and even when they got it, they couldn't handle it. I will admit, I was angry at this group. They tried using me for their own benefits. I took out everyone. I was just like you, my beloved, angry at the world. All of the men, women, non-binaries, and children who allied themselves with the religious group. Then, I met a powerful mage, but yet again, he used me for evil and his own gain. He banished all who crossed him. Somehow, a young man took me away from the mage. Unsure of what I was the last remnant of the past. And now, I am with you, my beloved. I will not do what others have done to me. I will not use you.
And with her last word, nothing.
10 cc's of naloxone.
The first words I had heard in many years. What were those words? The thought immediately passed and my eyes opened. After 300 years of slumber, was no more. As fast as I could, not knowing anything and not caring what was ahead of me, I hear these loud noises getting closer to me. What is this place? How big are these buildings? What magic made all of this? And I passed out. A damp cloth went across my face as a young woman, no later than her 20s, smiled softly and said,
"Morning, child. How did you sleep?"
She was named Hannah, and a woman I came to know as Mum. She took me in knowing I was different and not judging me in the slightest. I felt at home again. Thanks to her, she got me a PC and showed me the Wi-Fi and the media. It was weird at first, but then I found so many others like me. So that's why I'm telling all my story to you. My name is Silas, and I will prevail.